Hi, everybody. That's fun, right? That was good. Okay, our first YouTube channel.
Woo!
First video.
First anything.
Figuring it out. Very disoriented. Everything's like backwards, which is kind of crazy. But this is fun. I'm excited to share homeschool stuff. Mostly me. But you're here because of COVID.
Yeah.
And the world being shut down. So.
Plus, working in IT makes me be home.
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna ask. Let's see. What do you think of homeschooling? So we started homeschooling in right after Christmas 2019. So we have only been homeschooling for 6 months.
Yeah.
So we started homeschooling before COVID, and now we are still homeschooling, and we are planning on going and seeing how it goes. It's amazing so far.
It's been a crazy experience just from having all the different things that our oldest had while in school with her different anxiety and different problems she was addressing, which was one of the main reasons we pulled her out. And I saw major improvement in the first 2 months that I've ever seen in in all of the years of her going to public school. So that was a really big thing where I a big sigh of relief that seeing that she can actually make the progress without.
It's fabulous, right? She's our oldest is 7. We have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, all girls. You're outnumbered. We even have a girl dog. We are you're super outnumbered. It is what it is. You get to know all the girl things: nails, hair. We have our oldest, who we're talking about, who we homeschool. She fancies herself a tomboy. So you don't have to deal too much with the girly stuff with her.
Yes, she's definitely into her dragons and...
Yeah, sports. She currently has blue hair. She's learning to do flips on the trampoline and skateboard, which is kind of fabulous. But she has mild dyslexia. Mm-hmm. And she was at public school for kindergarten and half of first grade. And we were the crazy parents who put her in preschool 4 days a week, because we're like, she's got to be ready for school. And we live in Colorado, and kindergarten, when she was in kindergarten, that was the computer. When she was in kindergarten, Colorado our district only did half day, and we paid for her to go full day. And we're like, it's okay. She's crying every day. She's not learning anything. She's really stressed out. It's just something kids have to go through. And then she was diagnosed with dyslexia in October, or the end of September. And by October, we kind of knew she was going to be homeschooled, at least for 2nd grade. And it just got worse and worse. And at Christmas, we pulled the plug. She went back to school for a couple days, and then she was home. And so we quickly bought curriculum and tried to figure things out, and it's been a journey.
It's been a crazy roller coaster ride of figuring out what math works for her, what reading's going to actually, work, and, getting her out of the public school mentality has been...
Public school, she's very creative, and it unfortunately kind of stifled her creativity, really hurt her confidence. You mentioned math. We have tried officially 3 or 4 math curriculums in 6 months, because we're crazy and we're perfectionists. But we are doing one now that is working great for her. She's making more progress than she's ever made. And we've been working on school stuff with her since she was 3. She went to a very academically rigorous preschool. And that was, hindsight is 20/20. Our younger children do not do that. We've been working on academics with her, trying to force academics on her since she was 3, which is so hard to say out loud.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine our newly 4-year-old being told to write sentences and do 10-frame math, and It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Or the phonics they were trying to have do
The
with like 2.
Yeah, when she was new, 2.5. No, newly 2. They were having her do. She went to the same preschool for a short amount of time, and they were having her do phonics at 2. And
that was our middle child.
That was our middle child. That was our 4-year-old, who's now 4-year-old. That's Maya. So, it didn't work. So let's see what else. This is gonna be long because we're just rambling. We have no idea what we're doing. So you like homeschooling. You're home now. You get to see my life more. So I was already a stay-at-home mom. So homeschooling is a huge adjustment, but it's also, I was already used to being home and being with kids all the time. So that was fine. And I was the crazy PTA mom who wasn't on the PTA yet. So I was the mom who volunteered every week. I did all the parties. I was very involved. I was on the board of the academically rigorous preschool. Yep. And so very involved, overly involved mother. And now I homeschool, which people think is even crazier.
Especially in just the way our world is. We haven't got our homeschool group.
We don't have a crew
family yet.
Mm-mm.
And so we are the crazy homeschool family in our very public school groups. And it's been fun to try to explain to them why and all this examples.
Yeah. Everybody moves. We live in one of the top districts in our state, and everybody moves to this neighborhood for the school, which we did as well. And so everybody goes to the neighborhood school. And we are the crazy people who pulled our 7-year-old out of that school. And so people, they all give us a little side eye. But overall, they don't care. They just don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. So
that's why we're here now. That's why I'm here. Because I just want to talk about homeschooling. And just, I love everything. I love everything about it. It's insanely difficult. Very difficult. But I love it so far. What do you think? You've done some, we do some All About Reading and Go to the Beautiful Language Arts, and then we do Horizon Math, and you have taught at least a couple lessons from all of those. What do you think?
I think they're really good. It's crazy to see just the progress and like helping at the beginning, trying to do the All About Reading. Like we were doing level 1 lessons and just seeing her now when I did a recent one, because once COVID was going crazy, I did a couple lessons, and just seeing the major difference from her extremely struggling at the beginning to actually being able to get through those fluency lessons, the fluency sheets, was just amazing. And having her not get so just struggled and overwhelmed with it. And Horizons has been pretty much the same. We've been doing level K, and just seeing her go from, I'm like, this is like the same math she was doing in public school. Why is it at a lower level? And just seeing the main differences in the way the homeschool curriculum and community are with some of the different like levels, and just seeing the spiral method actually work versus a lot of the other ones that we tried, and watching it just kind of drill into her head instead of having her just.
I say it's like Chinese water torture, because every day it's just dropping on her head, like a little bit more math, so she doesn't have time to forget it. And I love it because it's actually working. It's the first math. I mean, we've tried all math with us, and then she was doing math in school, and they were trying to push it in her head, and it wasn't working. And so this is fun. It is Chinese water torture, but she doesn't hate it. She thinks it's okay. She's getting better at it, and she knows she's getting better at it, so it makes her happy. But it's funny, you talk about how at the beginning it was a lot harder, and we were really, truly starting at basics. We felt like we had wasted a year and a half at school and really been forcing her, and she was super unhappy at school, and she didn't really learn anything. And one of our family friends who volunteers at the school and is somebody in Kaylee's life, our daughter Kaylee, she's anti-homeschool, which is a whole nother thing. But she was funny because Kaylee started making so much progress so quickly. And she was like, it doesn't count because it's not real life. And it's one-on-one learning. You're teaching her one-on-one where every other kid her age is learning in a big classroom. And I said, exactly. I mean, that's the point. This is where we want to do what's best for her. And anyway, that's why we're doing it. So this will be fun. We're gonna try to do a video about summer, what we're doing for summer, because we have decided to do
More
full
year-round.
year. Because I mean, even if we don't do schoolwork with her for a couple weeks, she forgets a lot, and I think that is really an attribute of dyslexia. And so we've decided to do all year with obviously breaks, and we don't really know how that's going to look, but we're doing homeschooling now, and nothing's open anyway. So she spends a lot of time outside with her sisters, but she does schoolwork in the morning, and it's fabulous. So we're going to do a video on what we're doing for summer, what we have liked for first grade, which was what she was in. And then eventually we'll do a video about what she's doing for second grade, and then possibly what we are going to do for pre-kindergarten for our middle daughter, Maya. And then, of course, keeping tiny tot little 1-year-old busy is, I mean, a nightmare daily. Nightmare daily. But, you know, I feel like she's going to be like real smart by the end of this. She's going to be like, ABCs, I know how to read. I mean, at like 3, because she's absorbing it all. But this will be fun. So this is our first video. What do you think?
We'll find out.
I mean, it's cute. Thank you. Bye.